The vision Apritaji and I have is that every human being must awaken. We should all become awakened human beings. When we become awakened human beings, we become enlightened human beings. And when we are enlightened, that means we are above division, we are above separation, and we are above judgments. And we live in a true state of oneness. That is being enlightened, that is being awakened. Now, the biggest problem the world has is that we are not awakened to this state. What we are awakened to, or the state that we constantly live in and we are actually totally unaware, is the state of ambition, greed, comparison, and non-stop pleasure-seeking mind, constantly seeking pleasure. And unfortunately, pleasure is never fulfilling. So since it's not fulfilling, we want more and more and more. And since we want more and more and more, we are obviously exploiting this earth as much as possible so that we can calm our pain down and we can fulfill our pleasures. So generally what is being taught out there in the world and what people talk about is peace of mind. What we are talking about is awakening to peace and consciousness, which is one of the dimensions of an enlightened state. Which means when you move into this peace festival and when you meditate in this peace festival, your consciousness is awakening to true oneness. It's moving beyond division and beyond separation. Let us take racial discrimination, for example. Why do we have racial discrimination? Why is that problem existing? We have caste discrimination here in India. There is wealth discrimination, all forms of discrimination. Why is it there? It's there because we constantly divide ourselves and we constantly separate ourselves. That you are different, I am different. You are unique, I am unique. And in the entire process, we make sure that either we feel inferior or we make sure that others completely feel inferior. And in this process, there is no peace. There is only conflict because you are not awakened to the true state of oneness. And hence, there is so much of discrimination that's happening because we do not know how to truly connect. We do not know how to really find peace in our connection and in our love. So if racial discrimination has to go, then the answer is one has to awaken to this true state of oneness, which will give an immense amount of peace, which is no ordinary peace, but it's an extraordinary peace. It is awakening. It is awakening to the truth that there is really no discrimination, that we are all one. So every problem, any problem you take, you can clearly understand that it is arising from a state of separation and from a state of division, which means it is arising from you, it is arising from within, from us as human species. We, because we are not awakened, we somehow believe what we are doing is perfectly fine because it's driven from ambition and for money and wealth and power. So once again, it is this unawakened consciousness that does not understand the interconnection of universe, that does not understand the interconnection of everything, that does not understand the powerful communication that's happening between the entire universe, that we are all interconnected, and that we truly need to care for each other, and that we truly need to live in a state of peace. Who are we? Why are we here? We only know one answer. We have to earn money, earn money, earn money, and pass it on to our children. That's the only answer we have. Of course, some of them have different answer, but most of the people in the world have this answer. Either money, power, position, and ambition. And what we are witnessing is constant problems. And these problems are all manifestations of our unawakened consciousness. A consciousness that is filled with conflict and pain. So we are not talking about an ordinary peace here, we are talking about an extraordinary peace. We are not talking about peace of mind. We are talking about awakening to peace and consciousness so that we can contribute in solving world's problems.